So I decided to sneak down the mountain at first light. I had the time-lapse camera set up, but it wasn't positioned correctly and I didn't get anything suspicious. I was quiet all the way to the beach and didn't see or hear anything, but on the way back I startled something in the bush and decided to chase it. I didn't find any animals or yowies or anything out of the ordinary, but I stumbled onto a cave.
It's nothing deep. It's only 8 o'clock. So we're going to take a shortcut up the mountain. It sounds a bit dumb, but might find something. Might find those caves. We'll see.
Now there's a story about the mountain that there's Aboriginal mummies inside a sacred cave, and there's artwork in there as well. It is documented, it's not just a story, so I decided to do two things: look for these caves and look for signs of bedding or yowie beds, because apparently they do exist.
And we've got another one over here. Doesn't look like any hair. But I've never seen these before. I knew there were caves here, but I mean, this really couldn't really call this a cave, but I never knew they were sort of everywhere. There's that one there. Yeah, I'll keep going. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. This is interesting. This is very interesting. And these rocks here, they've been put there. Geez, you'd think there'd be a hair around here somewhere, wouldn't you? Look at it. Wow. I'll just have a look. I thought there was something down here. There's another cave. This one looks substantial. I like the idea of this. I don't like the idea of seeing where I can't see. Where's the goddamn light on this thing? It goes a fair way in there. I haven't got a torch, and I'm not going in there. But I know where it is now, so I might come back and have a look at that one.
I wasn't going into that cave without a torch and some moral support, so I went back a few days later.
I'm goddamn shitting myself. There's nothing in here. There's nothing much in here, only moths. Another little hidey hole. Not a big one. You could certainly fit a small family in there. There's no footprints. 3 hours I've been walking, and this is the next valley over, and that looks very interesting over in there. I want to go, but it's going to take me another hour to get there, and another hour to get back, at least. I want to have a look though while I'm here. Well, here we are. See, back over there was where we were, back through that gap there, I'd say. And here it is here. So let's have a look. Hopefully I haven't wasted any time. I reckon I probably may have though. We'll see. There is supposed to be a cave here somewhere. Well, there's nothing in here at all indicating any sort of Aboriginal artworks or bones or anything. Doesn't appear to be anything at all, so that's pretty disappointing. Anyway, we'll get the hell out of here. This is exactly what I was looking for. Quite a sheltered little area. Now it is open to getting leaves inside, but you can see this one's got a lot of leaves. And there we go. Looks like a great little bed. Very comfortable and warm. And yeah, we're gonna collect some leaves.
Now there's way too many caves and overhangs to show all of them, but interestingly only one was full of leaves.
Well, here's another beauty, but nothing's been in here. Nothing's been in here but ruse. You can see his prints there. No monster tracks. No tracks of any monsters. Which is really weird. I really thought they would be using this as somewhere to get out of the rain. They like to conceal their movements. Or I'm just kidding myself, there's nothing out here, so I don't know. We'll see what that bag of leaves contains. That'll give us some proof, biological proof. If there's anything in that bag of leaves, there'll be something out here. But we'll have to see.
Okay, we found 2 hairs. We'll just have a look at the first hair. It's a little bit slow. Okay, down here on the bottom in the middle, you can see it has no medulla, which means there's no lines running through it. As for over here, it does appear to have a partial, but that's possibly just the exterior of the hair interfering. We can see it pretty much here. And down here there's no medulla. This is the first hair. Now you can see the casts up here. They're a pretty unusual looking thing. They're all over the place, except for down here where the hair starts to thin. It becomes a little bit more regular. So let's go into the hair ID program. Now, as I've said before, I'm not going to cut the hairs in half because they're too valuable to me. So we're not going to be doing that, but it doesn't seem to matter what we do because it doesn't seem to work anyway. I can't get a match anyway. This is the medulla section, so we'll press. We've got 192 matches down the bottom here, so we'll press absent medulla into the search criteria. Now you can see down here, if you can see that, it is a little bit small. We've got 10 matches, so it's gone from 192 down to 10 matches. Alright, let's go to the cuticle scale. I believe that the closest match on here is a regular wave, so we'll press that. Now we've gone down to 4 matches. Normal separation, geez, it's between normal and narrow, so let's just see what happens with normal separation. Yeah, 0. We'll go to narrow. We've still got the 4, so this is sort of we're going for an exact match, but the hair's that unordinary, if you want to put it that way, that we can't get a match. So we'll go down here to the scale edges, which are rough. We've still got our 4, so that's not too bad. And what are the 4? Water buffalo, feral pig, man, or short-beaked echidna. Okay, the hair profile. This is This is the first hair. Now it did have a slight wave. Now we've lost our match. So down the bottom here it's gone back to 0. We'll go into the millimetres. That hasn't done anything. The hair was 5 millimetres long. Excuse me. We'll go for the slight wave, which it was, and we've lost our match straight away. There's a couple of ways of doing this, but anyway, you can see where I'm going with this. Let's just have a look at hair number 2. Okay, hair number 2 you can see is quite different, but it has similarities. No medulla, so you can pretty much see on these photographs here that there's no lines going through, and I will just show you the difference. Now this is a marsupial. You can see what I mean down the length of the hair shaft. This is called a ladder type medulla. You can see all the little lines that are going across. They call that a ladder. Here's another hair that I found in that cave. Now this one's a what one might call a simple medulla. You can see it's just basically a big thick black line down through the middle. We'll have a look at another one that I found in that cave. Okay, that one there is probably a possum. Now I'm not going to go too far into the diagnosis of these ones here because I'm just wasting my time. We can see how different they are. I'm just showing you the difference between the two hairs, between all the hairs. Okay, we're back to hair number 2. Now you can see, like I was saying before, there's no medulla, but the scale pattern on this one seems to be a lot different. So we'll just have a quick look at the hair ID program. We'll reset it and we'll go to the medulla. Absent. Okay, we've just gone down to 10 matches just like the other one. The cuticle scale, as you can see, is quite noticeable. It's quite plain to see what we've got there. So I would be going for the single chevron. So we've just lost our match down the bottom here. Can you see what I mean by this? I'm pretty sure you can see what I'm saying. I can't get a match on these hairs, and this is the case out at the valley as well. There's 5 matches that I can choose, and I can only seem to get to 2 or 3. These hairs have common characteristics, but the scale pattern doesn't match. It's like a bulldozer with mag wheels and roof racks. You can see the similar characteristics between these hairs and the ones I'm finding at the valley. The same hairs that have been visually confirmed by a leading zoologist as primate. It's my opinion, that there are primates at the mountain. Actually, I think they're everywhere. After a 5-hour struggle to find evidence in Aboriginal caves, I've had enough of the mountain. So, unless I get thermal vision, this is the last time out there.